We just went through Aseret Yimei Tshuva. We started with Yom Hadin, the day of judgment, where Hashem writes and decides what it is going to be our justice, what's going to be with us, what's going to be our din. Then we're given a few days to try to ask Hashem for mercy. And then finally comes Yom Kippur. We daven our hearts out and we try to recommit ourselves and achieve an atonement and plead with Hashem for forgiveness. And then we're told that we have a chasima, that Hashem signs that din and our year is set. But what happens after that is very interesting. The moment we come back home from shul on Yom Kippur, we start building a sukkah. And then we go into sukkahs, where we live outside in these huts, and we're shaking a lulav and an esrog in davening. It reminds me of a funny story. One time, my next door neighbor, my Italian next door neighbor Anthony, saw me once walking to shul on Tisha B'Av, and he saw I was wearing slippers. And he said to me, "Dan, why are you wearing slippers?" And I said to him, "Well, because it's a special day. It's a day of mourning. It's called Tisha B'Av." He goes, yeah, I know. That's the day you guys shake the trees. So, well, he wasn't right about that. But it does look kind of funny. We're shaking trees and lemons. And what exactly are we doing? And then we're living out in a sukkah, and we're sleeping in a hut, shaking trees, shaking a lulav and esrog, hadassim and aravos, and having these big parties in the sukkah, simchas beisa shoeva. What is this all about? What are we doing? But the most confusing part of the whole thing is Hoshana Rabba. Comes Hoshana Rabba at the end of it all, and we say something very, very interesting. We take our aravos, and right before we hit them on the ground, we say a special Yehi Ratzon. And then in that Yehi Ratzon we say, V'seitiv lanu es hachasima, that the signature, that the signing, that the closure of our din should be a good one. And it turns out that Hoshana Rabba is also considered a day with which we can mitigate the harshness of the decree. That we can actually improve the Seit of Lanu HaChasima. We can improve what it is that was closed already on Yom Kippur. But that doesn't make any sense, because in Ne'ilah on Yom Kippur, Ne'ilah literally means the locking or the closing of the gates. We say that the Shar of Tefillah is Ninalu. The gates of Tefillah are closed. So it seems that the case is shut. What more is there to do? Furthermore, this whole Yontiv of Sukkot is out of place. The time to be celebrating all these things in Sukkot is the time of Yetzias Mitzrayim. Really, it should be happening on Pesach. We should be sitting in sukkahs on Pesach. So why this time of year? Also, this day is called Yom Simchasenu, the day of our happiness. What is it that makes us so happy, and why is it that that's important? I believe that the idea that I want to share with you today, hopefully, will change your Sukkos and will change your Hoshana Rabbah forever. You see, the time period between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur is a time, perhaps, to time to contemplate, time to really think about our lives and take an account. In our thought and in our speech, we're pleading with God. We're recommitting ourselves. We're begging Hashem for mercy. And we're trying to once again redefine ourselves in a way that it is in line with the way Hashem wants us to lead our lives. We talk and we talk and we talk and we plead and we cry and we think with our mind and with our mouths and with our words. At the end of Yom Kippur, Hashem says, okay, we have a chasima, a signature. It's closed. Case is closed. No more thinking. No more talking. But I'm going to give you another chance. Let's see how you live. Let's see how you act. Not just what you say. Not just what you think. Can you love me? Can you be happy with me? Can you live life in a way that's inspired? Can you be inspired? Can you live an inspired life? What can you show me? What can you do? Enough talk. Time for action. And so immediately when we come home from Yom Kippur, we take our sukkah and we start building that sukkah. And we show Hashem through emunah, through faith, that we are even willing to leave the comfort of our own homes. We are willing to move outside, just as it's starting to get cold, and to show you that we trust you. We have full faith in you. We're not going to hide behind the comforts of our own home. We're going to go out and show you our faith. When we daven, we don't just daven. We carry a lulav and esrog, adasim, aravos that represent the different shemos, the different letters of Hashem's name, to show Him through our actions, not just through our tefillas, through our actions. It's not enough to speak anymore. Now we have to show something, and the Daled Minim, whatever the deeper meaning is, the Daled Minim is showing that davening itself, that we have to follow it through with action and everything that it represents. When we go back to the sukkah, we have to invite our guests, ushpizin, to show gemilas chasadim, to have a simcha space of shoeva, to be besimcha with Hashem. No longer sadness and contemplating and words and pleading, but now it's time to show Hashem, look Hashem, this is our optimal selves. And then at the end, we take the aravos, which represent our averis, and we say, Yehi Ratzon Hashem, if we didn't impress you with our words. If we didn't commit to you properly during Aseret Yimei Tshuva, I hope at least you see that I can live an inspired life. And that I can show you through my actions, not just through my words and thought, that I'm really committed to a life with you. And we take those aravos, and if we did not succeed in extinguishing our averos through our words and through our thoughts, we are now ready to extinguish them through our actions. This is the ultimate goal of a Jew. The ultimate goal of a Jew is, in Kabbalah there are really three dimensions. The dimension of machshava, the dimension of thought, the dimension of dibur, speech, and what makes our world special is the dimension of action. A Jew has to be able to be makadesh, has to be able to sanctify all three of those dimensions. His thoughts and his speech is during Aseret Yimei Tshuva. But Rabbosai, now it's time to sanctify Hashem's name through our deeds. May we be blessed with a chasima tova, and may Hashem look at our lives and truly be inspired by how we live.